Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Will It Extract. I'm your host, Benedict Liu, and as always, I'm joined by the star of the show, The Edge. That's right, Edge. Today is August 24th, or at least we're pretending it is. I have no clue when this can be released. They really don't tell me. Most of the times, they just kind of lock me in the studio, throw me a couple sheets of paper, toss me a couple pens, and kind of let me out when it's finished. You get your own trailer. Oh. Okay. Yes, audience, but whenever we pretend that it's a certain date and harp on it to no end, we're of course trying to bring up the anniversary, some unknown holiday of some product. And today is no different. Our guest for today was reported to have emerged fully crisp from a bubbling vat of oil a bit more than 150 years ago. The tale of its creation is part folklore, part history, but the product itself is wholly delicious. I'm of course speaking about the potato chip.
Oh my God.
Yes, also known as crisps in part of the world where English is spoken a little funny. This crispity, crunchity snack is completely irresistible and almost impossible not to snack on. Yep. Anyways, so the origins of potato chips goes like such. Potato chips were supposedly invented by the cook George Crumb in Saratoga Springs, New York, in the summer of 1853. Crumb was a cook at the Moon's Lake House, where, in that summer, Cornelius Vanderbilt stopped by. Vanderbilt sent back a meal prepared by Crumb, saying that the French fries were a little too thick. In spite, one of life's greatest motivators, Crumb cut a spud as thin as he possibly could, fried it in some oil, sprinkled it with some salt, and served it to Vanderbilt. Instead of hating the dish, Vanderbilt absolutely adored it, and thus, the potato chip was born. Of course, that story is riddled with inaccuracies. Vanderbilt actually wasn't in the US in that summer of 1853, and the Moons didn't purchase the lake house until 1854. Recipes for potatoes fried in slices or shavings date as early to 1822 in a cookbook called The Cook's Oracle. Regardless of the snack's origins, it has now become a worldwide hit. 150 years later, potato chips have greatly changed to suit the taste of everyone. Flavors range from the normal, like salt and vinegar, to nacho cheese, to the other ends of things like cappuccino and lemon tea. Whoever made those flavors, you did not do a good job. I think that we can do a better job, right, Edge? We'll go on to sample prep. And so here we have all our necessary tools for sample prep all laid out. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Q cup, screw to disassemble. We're going to take the base, place a Q disc into the bottom. This is our S1 stack that we're using today. Simply screw to reassemble, making sure it's nice and tight. Next, we're going to take our pre-weighed sample of some crushed up potato chips. I'm going to go ahead and pour that directly into the Q cup. Just like that, our sample prep is done. I'll go ahead and place our Q cup into the edge with the vial right beside it. I'll swing up front. Go ahead and load up our method. Press play. Press start. Now the edge is going to do its thing, and I'll see you guys all in a few minutes. And now that the edge has finished running, we have both our extract and our extracted sample. So you can see that that extract is nicely filtered and clear due to that cutis that we put in, as well as nice and cool from that cooling coil in the back of the edge as well. In regards to analytes that you might be looking for in this extract, they may include things such as mycotoxins or acrylamides, which are a health concern. Chip manufacturers actually try and remove any of those really burned potato chips before putting them in the bag because those have the potential to be acrylamide rich. You know, I wonder if the same thing applies to those really crispy potato chips and fries. I really like those, so I hope not. Regardless, thank you all for joining us this week for Will It Extract. For more information, please visit our website at cem.com. You ever think about how weird food flavors are, Edge? Like potato chips. We reflavor something to taste like something else, you know? Like potatoes are, I guess, potato flavored, and they have salt on them. I mean, And then there's some flavors that make sense, like salt and vinegar. That's pretty simple. Or like cheese. I get that. But then we have things like barbecue flavored potato chips, you know? It's weird because it's like this whole food that's like sweet, salty, and smoky, and being condensed down to like this one thing that you get a potato chip of it and you're like, yeah, I can kind of see that, but it doesn't really capture the essence of it. It's kind of like, you know, like writing about music or like writing about a piece of artwork. You like capture the medium in a way, but you lose a big portion of it. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm probably overthinking it. You're right. But I did have a really cool idea for a new potato chip flavor. Check this. Sweet potato flavored potato chips. Sweet potato chips. No, it's not the same thing as a sweet potato chip, Edge. It's a sweet potato chip.